In a hilly country called Ephraim, a man named Elkanah lived with his wife Hannah. Hannah was very sad because she did not have any children. Hannah wanted to have a family. Every year, Elkanah went to the tabernacle to make sacrifices to God and to worship him. Hannah went with him. Elkanah saw that Hannah was upset. "What's wrong, Hannah?" he asked. "Don't I make you happy?" Hannah prayed to God, "Lord, if you give me a son, I will dedicate him to you. He will serve you all of his life." A priest named Eli was sitting near the doorpost of the tabernacle. Eli watched Hannah pray. He couldn't hear her, but he saw her lips moving. Eli thought there was something wrong with Hannah. Hannah explained, "I've been pouring out my heart before the Lord." Eli replied, "Go in peace. May God answer your prayers." Hannah and Elkanah returned home, and God did answer her prayers. After some time, Hannah gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel. When Samuel was no longer a baby, Hannah took him to Eli at the tabernacle. "God answered my prayers," she said. Hannah pledged Samuel to serve God, and she worshiped God. Hannah returned home and left Samuel with Eli to serve God. Every year, Hannah returned with a new robe for Samuel, and God gave Hannah many more children. Eli was getting old, and his sons served as priests in the tabernacle. Eli heard that his sons were sinning against God. Eli asked his sons why they were sinning, but they did not listen to him. Samuel, on the other hand, grew older and found favor with God and with men. One night, Eli was in his bed and Samuel was lying in the tabernacle when Samuel heard someone speak to him. "Here I am," Samuel replied. He ran to Eli. "Here I am, you called me?" God called Samuel 3 times, and each time Samuel ran to Eli. "Here I am," he said. Eli finally understood that God was calling to Samuel. He told Samuel how to respond. Samuel went back to his place, and God called, "Samuel, Samuel." "Speak, for your servant is listening," Samuel replied. God told Samuel that he was going to judge Eli's family for their sin. The next day, Samuel was afraid to tell Eli what God had said. Eli asked Samuel to tell him what God said, so Samuel did. As Samuel grew, God was with him. Everyone in Israel knew that Samuel was God's messenger. God used Samuel to share his plan with the nation of Israel. Samuel used God's words to tell the people what God is like. John chapter 1 verse 1 says that Jesus is the Word. Jesus showed the world what God is like, and he told people to turn away from their sin. Jesus ultimately freed people from the power of sin by dying on the cross and rising again.